Introduction. Minerals are vital components of our food. They fulfill a wide variety of functions, such as building materials for our bones, influencing muscle and nerve function, and regulating the body's water balance. They are also components of hormones and enzymes and other biological compounds or biologically active compounds. Excuse me. Some minerals also have an important role to play in optimal functioning of the lymphatic system. This concerns both the innate defensive system and the adaptive lymphatic response. Accordingly to the supply of minerals can influence susceptibility to infections, but also has effects on the development of chronic diseases. So everything is always going to be directly correlated to the lymphatic system because most of the body's lymphatic system is in the digestive system, and the digestive system is where blood goes to transport the food, and the lymphatic system is responsible for cleansing the the blood. For most individuals, a balanced diet is sufficient to supply the body with sufficient amounts of vital minerals. However, there are now a growing number of individuals who are at risk of mineral deficiency. These include people with chronic illness, older people, people who live on vegetarian uh, or vegan diets, or women during pregnancy. So I agree with all of that. And I'm going to tell you why I agree with all of this. So chronic illnesses in today's age is caused by infections and bacteria and other bacteria. These are parasitic in nature, and parasites are organisms that actually um, invade. Some of them can they don't have to be inside the body. They can be on the host. But what they do is they live off the host and actually feed off of the nutrients, and and this is to the detriment because they don't um, offer anything in return, and on top of that, they actually produce chemicals that um, harm the cells and organs in the body and induce disease. So older people, this can be true because depending on the lifestyle and what their diet what the diet has been throughout their life can indicate um, um, can can be directly correlated to the body's digestive system to be able to absorb nutrients. Now, vegetarians and or people who are on vegan diets. So you see a lot of this veganism or plant based stuff, this movement and stuff like that. We are supposed to eat plants, but we're not. Our meat, we already know, according to scripture, is fruit. So um, if you're not eating fruit and you're not eating the seeds of some of these fruits, you're going to get sick and you're going to be nutrient deficient. Um, cook food, regardless if it's derived from plants or not, is still processed food. So if you eat processed food, you're going to get sick, and you're going to be lacking nutrients because you actually cook all the nutrients out of the food. The only time Um, the only natural process where nutrients is supposed to go through, food is supposed to go through its cooking process is when food is going through digestion and pregnant women. So that's pretty much explanatory. You know, developing the development of the child. They tend to take the nutrients from women. So during pregnancy, athletes can also be at risk of mineral deficiencies if they eat a one-sided or reduced diet, for example, to achieve to achieve a specific type of weight. And this is also true too. And the irony of all of this too, when it comes down to being able to just making sure that we have our proper nutrient intake and actually uh, putting on weight. Um, Living tissue, this includes muscles, um, bones, um, and even cells and stuff like that need water. And I'm not gonna say water, but hydration from these fruits. It's the hydration that actually helps keep everything nice and it gives you that full look. And we need fat. Fat is what actually helps build muscle too. So I agree with that as well. In this case, the appropriate composition and dosage of the individual minerals should be discussed with a qualified nutritionist and attention paid to possible interactions with medications. I would never recommend medications, and I only recommend just eating the food. If you eat the food, you will not have none of these issues. If you eat the food along with intermittent and fasting, you'll be okay. If people have sufficient knowledge about minerals and their importance, in addition to corresponding foods that contain such minerals, a diet can easily be adjusted when a specific mineral might be lacking. The purpose of this article was to present the immunological or lymphatic system function of some individual minerals, as well as to give advice to adequate nutrition with these minerals. We focus on minerals that have the most association with the lymphatic system function based on available literature. All right, so now we're gonna move on down to magnesium. We're just gonna just we just we just want to know the functions of each mineral when it comes down to the lymphatic system, because the lymphatic system is the defensive system, and remember, it's closely directly correlated with the circulatory system, the blood. So, and the blood is what is needed to actually transport nutrients throughout the whole entire body. Magnesium, general physiological function of magnesium. Magnesium is an essential biological element that is found in the cells in a bound form. It is also most abundant uh, uh, divalent cation in living cells, and it has numerous important tasks in regulatory cell functions. Magnesium fulfills its task, primarily through its binding to organic substances such as proteins, nucleotides, and I'm sorry, nucleic acid and nucleotides. Uh, it has an important role in the activation of enzymes, membrane function, and intercellular signaling. The ions also represent an important cofactor for many enzymes. It is involved in the synthesis and replication of RNA and DNA, as well as the secretion of enzymes and hormones. Magnesium play an important role in a variety of metabolic processes, including oxidative uh, phosphorylation and muscle contraction. Furthermore, magnesium stabilizes membrane structure and membrane potential. It also modulates transmembrane movement of the ions through the modulation of ion transporters. Magnesium is found in high concentrations in the cells and matrix of bone. Furthermore, even larger amounts are found in muscle cells, tissues, blood serum, and eryth- erythrocytes. Uh, there are only a slight concentration gradients in magnesium between the intercellular and extracellular space. Nevertheless, free magnesium ions influence the potential at the cell membrane. Intercellularly, magnesium is controlled primarily by an active transport system, which we already read, which is the blood. And also, if you noticed, please, I want everyone to please pay attention as I'm reading and going through these sections here. Magnesium is also very important for bone health, and I wonder how many of us knew this. We hear calcium, 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 but um, a lot of things as far as health wise, what is pushed out there is far from the truth. All right, so now we're going to move to zinc and get the general physiological function of zinc. All right, so um, the essential trace element zinc is critical for many physiological processes in humans or the children of men. It it is one of the most frequently studied factors in nutrition and health. It plays elementary roles as a regulator or coenzyme for more than 300 enzymes. Right. Starting to getting brave in the face. We don't need that. Uh, it also it is also a component of transcription factors and is involved in the synthesis of DNA and RNA as well as proteins. Zinc. Let's look at this. Excuse me, guys. Zinc. Let's just read this over. It is also a component of transcription factors and is involved in the synthesis of DNA and RNA as well as proteins. Zinc act as Zinc acts as an antioxidant and influences the stability of biological membranes and the arrangement of multi-protein complexes such as the T cell receptor. Furthermore, zinc regulates the formation of hormones as well as their receptors. The total zinc concentration in the adult is approximately, this is their medical ratios, their ratios is 2 to 3 grams, of which 85% is distributed within muscles and bones. So now we know that um, bone, one of the main components of bones as well, as far as mineral wise, is zinc. Like I said before, we're just going to just get through this so we can just know the general physiological functions of these minerals. This is very important. During transport during transport via the bloodstream, the largest portion is found in the red blood cells stored by superoxide dismutase and carbonic anhydrase. However, in plasma, zinc is 60% bound in albumin. With the total plasma concentration is on their, their numbers here. We really shouldn't be concerned with that. We should just be concerned with eating the proper foods in order to get our proper nutrition. But nevertheless, this is between 12 to 16 UM. The balance of cellular zinc status is closely associated with the proliferation as well as differentiation of apoptosis. A significant role is attributed to the trace element in the maintenance of lymphatic system homeostasis. And that homeostasis is just another word for maintaining balance. Thus, it affects the functional capacity of cells in the innate and adaptive lymphatic system. In addition, zinc has a regulatory effect on the production of cytokines and the activity of the complement system and antibody production. Therefore, a deficiency of this element can contribute to the disturbance of the lymphatic system function and thus having a significant impact on health. The lymphatic system is what keeps us healthy, so it was really a good read there. So now we're going to move down to copper.